What if everything you thought about aging, the slowing down, the weakness, the inevitable decline was completely wrong? Meet Takishima Mika from Japan, who, even at 94, doesn't just defy the odds, she obliterates them. While most of us slow down, she's speeding up, running laps, lifting weights, and leading packed fitness classes.
My name is Mika Takishima. I am now 92 years old. I started playing sports at 65. I will reveal to you the secret of my longevity. Do these exercises for just 4 minutes a day and you will be healthy.
She's not an exception. She's a glimpse of what's possible. And the wildest part? Her transformation didn't start in a lab or with expensive supplements. It began in her kitchen. 5 ordinary foods, cheap, accessible, and ridiculously overlooked, are the backbone of her anti-aging routine. But here's the kicker. You've probably walked past them 100 times without realizing they could reset your energy, strength, and skin. Because this isn't really about food. It's about freedom. Freedom from the script we've all been handed about getting older. So hang tight. Food number 4 might look like a school snack, but it's got the power to flip your metabolism like a switch. 5 foods that keep Takishima Mika young at 94. Number 1. Miso soup.
Meet Takishima Mika, a 92-year-old woman who is living proof that age is just a number. Despite her advanced age, Mika is healthy, happy, and active. She has a zest for life that inspires everyone around her.
She's almost 100 years old, but still full of energy. No pills, no surgeries, no magic. Just soup. But not just any soup. Turns out, a bowl of warm miso soup might be doing more for the body than we ever realized. Scientists have found it's packed with probiotics, the good bacteria that help your gut stay healthy. And when your gut is balanced, everything from your mood to your immune system gets a boost. First, miso is made from fermented soybeans, which means it's loaded with probiotics, the good bacteria that your gut craves. These probiotics help balance your digestive system, which is key to everything else in your body. From boosting your immunity to improving your skin, gut health touches it all. But there's more to miso than just its gut-friendly bacteria. The soup also contains vital minerals like zinc and copper. These minerals do wonders for heart health and even support your bones, helping them stay strong as you age. And don't forget the amino acids. These little powerhouses help repair tissues, boost muscle strength, and keep you feeling energized throughout the day. The beauty of miso is its simplicity. You don't need a long list of expensive ingredients to reap its benefits. 1 bowl a day made with a basic broth, some miso paste, and maybe a few vegetables is enough to fuel your body with essential nutrients. It's not just food, it's a daily ritual that promotes health from the inside out. So why does this bowl of soup work so well? It all comes down to the fermentation process. The soybeans in miso undergo fermentation, which breaks them down and makes them easier for your body to absorb. This is why miso soup stands out. It doesn't just give you nutrients, it gives you nutrients in the most bioavailable form, meaning your body can actually use them effectively. But as impressive as miso soup is, there's another food that might make it look even more powerful when it comes to gut health. This next food has the potential to supercharge the good bacteria in your stomach faster than miso. Number 2. Nukazuke, fermented rice bran pickles. Even at 94, Takishima trains every day and has no signs of slowing down. Scientists are baffled, but the real shocker? It's not medicine, surgery, or high-end supplements keeping her sharp. It starts with what's on her plate. And no, it's not some superfood from a lab. It's something that smells a little funky and lives in a tub of rice bran. So, what's the deal with this odd little food? It's called nukazuke, a type of Japanese pickle fermented in rice bran. But here's where it gets wild.
Now, fermented foods are traditional foods. Every culture in human history has included fermented foods as a centerpiece of their diet. We gave up our opportunity to consume these fermented foods because we were seduced by our canning and processing and preservatives. And we went towards that type of food. Now that's 60% of the American diet. And it's time for us to swing the pendulum back towards a more tradition-based diet. And in this study, Justin Sonnenberg and Christopher Gardner from Stanford introduced people to progressively higher amounts of fermented foods over the course of weeks. What they discovered is that they actually were able to increase the diversity within their gut microbiome. And simultaneously, there was a reduction in inflammation by simply consuming fermented foods.
These pickles aren't just for taste. They're packed with something your gut craves, lactobacillus, the same friendly bacteria found in high-quality yogurt. They help keep the good bacteria in your stomach strong, which scientists say supports everything from digestion to immunity to brain clarity. Alongside that, nukazuke are full of digestive enzymes that help your body unlock nutrients, pulling more vitamins and minerals out of the food you eat. That means better absorption of calcium, iron, B vitamins, stuff your body needs to stay active and healthy. One bite of these pickles isn't just about flavor. It's like sending microscopic helpers straight into your system. They help break down food, keep bad bacteria out, and strengthen your internal defense. But the real kicker? Unlike supermarket pickles, these are alive. That's right, raw and unpasteurized, still full of live cultures doing real-time work in your gut. Now here's something to think about. If you had to choose, would you go for a bowl of warm miso soup or try these fermented pickles first? Both carry powerful benefits, but which one would you reach for? Fermentation is just the beginning. If nukazuke preps your gut and boosts absorption, what comes next takes that foundation and builds on it. Literally. Because the next food isn't just about helping your body process nutrients. It rebuilds your bones and strengthens your immune system. So what is this creamy, healing food that quietly powers strong aging? That answer is coming up next, and it's sitting in almost every Japanese kitchen right now. Number 3. Yogurt with honey. Takishima Mika radiates the kind of energy that most people only dream of in their younger years. The secret behind this is just one simple food every morning, something that's easy to miss in your regular grocery run. So, what's the secret? The food in question is packed with probiotics, good bacteria that your gut loves. These probiotics help with digestion, keep things running smoothly, and help you absorb nutrients better. But here's where it gets interesting. When your gut is healthy, it doesn't just affect digestion. It can also boost your immune system and help your body stay strong. That's not all. This food is also rich in calcium, which helps keep bones strong, especially as you age. Still wondering what it is? It's plain yogurt. Simple, right? But it's not just the yogurt on its own. When you add one more ingredient, it takes the whole thing to a whole new level. That ingredient is honey. It's more than just a sweetener. Honey is packed with antioxidants, natural compounds that help your body fight against damage from aging, stress, and pollution. When combined with the probiotics in yogurt, the result is a powerful boost for your immune system, making your body better at fighting off anything that tries to slow it down. Seems pretty straightforward, but that's where the mystery deepens, because now you've got to wonder, if two simple ingredients like yogurt and honey can work together to give such a huge boost, what happens when the probiotic power is concentrated into something even smaller? Enter the tiny drink. It's small enough to take in 2 sips, but packs more probiotic punch than most bowls of yogurt. Imagine all that gut-healing goodness in just one tiny bottle. What could this do for your body? That's the next question waiting to be answered. Number 4. Yakult, probiotic drink. Takishima's bones are solid, her energy never dips, and her immune system works like it's still in its prime. How? What kind of food gives someone that kind of edge this late in life? It's not a miracle drug or some rare plant from the mountains. It's something far simpler and much closer than anyone expects. It comes in a tiny plastic bottle, harmless looking, tangy, slightly sweet. But what it holds is a biological army. Over 20 billion live lactobacillus casei shirota bacteria in every single shot. These aren't just any bacteria. These are the kind that don't die off in your stomach acid. They pass through. They reach your gut alive. And once they're in, they start working.
Paul, I would scientifically and clinically not suggest Yakult as a probiotic supplement for two reasons. Your gut flora needs two things. It needs no sugar to, strive because the bad gut flora, the bad bacteria, they feed on sugar. So you need to first eliminate sugar or sugar alternatives both, and then that will kill the bad bacteria, that will eliminate the bad bacteria from your gut, and that kind of environment will help the good bacteria to brew.
But here's where it gets interesting. These bacteria don't just improve digestion. Your gut isn't only about breaking down food, it's the core of your body's defense system. About 70% of your immune cells live there. So when these live bacteria settle in, they begin reinforcing your immunity from the inside. They crowd out harmful microbes, help absorb nutrients more efficiently, and create a balanced gut environment that reduces inflammation and boosts resilience, even in aging bodies. So what does that mean for your health? Studies now show long-term use of these bacteria improves not just digestion and immunity, but also helps heart health, maintains blood pressure, and supports bone density. And all of this starts with one small habit, a 65 milliliter bottle a day. That's Yakult. But now here's the next question. If something this powerful was always there, why are we only just beginning to treat it like Japan's most underrated superfood? Because until recently, most people didn't realize what long-term probiotic exposure actually does. It's not dramatic, it's not instant, but it sticks. And the effects? They build, quietly, daily, just like Yakult itself. Small, simple, but surprisingly powerful. So what else are we missing, right there in our kitchen, that could be doing just as much, if not more? Number 5. Natto, fermented soybeans. She eats something that smells like old socks, and it's keeping her young at 94. Most people can't stand the look of it. It's stringy, sticky, and gives off a strong, almost rotten odor. But hidden inside this unusual food is a mix of nutrients that scientists are only just beginning to understand.
Natto. It is a Japanese dish that's fermented by bacteria. There are some complaints that it's slimy, it doesn't taste good, people don't like the texture. I know if you eat too much, it's too much fiber, it could give you like diarrhea almost, but natto kinase, this is the only food that natto kinase is found in. It's hard to say how much is present in your natto because the fermentation process can be up or down, but you don't want to go crazy. You don't want to eat more than like 15 grams of natto daily over more than a 2-week period. So you want to eat a decent amount as a side dish, but you don't want to do it every day. You're going to get diarrhea and it could potentially thin your blood too much. That could be a real risk. It can help degrade fibrin. It can help with blood clots. Now, the real question is too, is it digested in our stomach or does it actually get into the blood system? Does it have to be injected? That's a whole new story. But natto, on the other hand, does have vitamin K2.
So what exactly is in it that's doing all the heavy lifting? It starts with a nutrient called vitamin K2. It may not sound exciting, but it plays a huge role, guiding calcium away from your arteries and into your bones, where it belongs. Without it, calcium can pile up in the wrong places, stiffening arteries and raising heart risks. But that's just the beginning. There's also nattokinase, a natural enzyme found only in this food. Studies show it helps support blood flow and may even reduce the risk of clots by breaking down excess fibrin in the bloodstream. So, with better circulation and stronger bones, this food checks 2 major boxes. but it still doesn't explain how it impacts energy and immunity. The answer? Probiotics. Not the kind you find in flavored yogurt, but powerful strains that thrive in this fermented mix. These good bacteria help your gut stay balanced, which directly affects digestion, immunity, and even mental clarity. When your gut is healthy, everything works better, from nutrient absorption to how your body fights off illness. In fact, research shows people who eat this food regularly tend to live longer and have fewer heart and bone issues. So, what is this miracle food that covers all these bases? It's natto, fermented soybeans. Packed with vitamin K2, nattokinase, and probiotics, it's one of the most overlooked superfoods in the world. But just knowing what's in natto raises another big question. Why isn't everyone eating it? Because it's not easy to like at first. The smell is strong, the texture is sticky, and it's a far cry from what most people are used to. Yet its benefits keep piling up, especially when eaten consistently.
But if somebody asked me that one thing to take now, especially if you're over, say, 50 years old, 45, 50 years old, natto. No
Natto.
doubt about it.
But I would probably take a natto and omega-3.
I would say take both, right? But it definitely natto.
Don't wait until there's a problem.
Right.
Because even for the Alzheimer's and the plaquing on the brain, it's always better to prevent, not wait until it's there.
Yeah.
Because it is hard to reverse, especially with the brain and the Alzheimer's. It's hard to reverse what's there. You really want more prevention.
Right, no doubt about that. So, it's just one of those things that, like I say, if there's the one thing that I said, okay, everybody could be taking. And the research on it is such where they've used it, on so many thousand patients by now, and seen the results. And the big thing that comes out with it every time, what are the side effects? Zero.
Natto's smell might be strong, but its health benefits are even stronger. Now the question is, how can you make this powerful food work even harder for you? Let's look at the simple daily habits that amplify its effects. Takishima Mika's daily longevity habits. Would you believe if I say that Mika truly does push-ups like a pro and wakes up before 4 in the morning every single day? No alarm, no snooze button. So the obvious question is, how is that even possible? Here's where it gets interesting. Right at 4 a.m., while most of us are still deep in sleep, she's already out on her feet, walking, jogging, stretching, for 2 straight hours. No shortcuts, no excuses. It's not about breaking records. It's about staying in motion before the world even blinks. But that's just the start, because what she does after working out might be even more surprising. She doesn't slump on the couch or take a long rest. Even when sitting, her back stays straight. Her posture is firm, always. Why? Because slouching isn't just about how you look. It messes with your breathing, digestion, even your energy levels. And that's what she avoids at all costs. But what gives her the energy to go on like this? It's not a fancy meal or protein shake. Around midday, all she eats is a banana and a Yakult. That's it. Sounds too little? Turns out that combo keeps her light, alert, and never sluggish. The natural sugars give her a gentle energy boost, while Yakult, packed with probiotics, keeps her gut in check. But there's something else that really keeps her going, and it's not on a plate. It's her diet, not the trendy kind. No harsh rules, no extremes. Just a simple, high-fiber, plant-based meal plan loaded with vegetables and fermented foods. The goal: keep the gut happy and the system clean. Probiotics handle the good bacteria, fiber helps move things along, and plants keep inflammation low. But that's only part of the secret. There's still one more habit, and it might be the most powerful one. She teaches fitness every day, at 93 to others, not for money, not for fame, but because staying connected keeps her mind and spirit alive. The social energy, the movement, the motivation, it's all wired together. That's what keeps her young. So the real question isn't how she's 93 and still moving like that. It's this: What happens when you stop doing all of it? Thanks for watching. Takishima Mika proves that age is just a number when you're fueled by the right habits and mindset. Which of her 5 longevity foods would you try first? Comment below and type strong at 94 if you're ready to age with power and purpose. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more inspiring health secrets.